Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is Friday, October the 26th, and this is the weekend market overview. Looking at everything that we look at every single night, and away we go. So, 3 days in a row, 3 chopping days going sideways. How unexciting that is, right? Up and down and end up sideways. Anyways, last night we were looking for a bounce. Imagine that, and we were saying that most likely it would be Friday or Monday. Well, it didn't happen today, so I'll be looking for Monday. Overall, there isn't too much to really change over last night's video. We have a doji star, which is actually even more indecision than our spinning top from last night. And what else did we have? Well, we have a first day uptick on the RSI. Positive note. We have a first day uptick on the MACD histogram. Also a positive note. Nothing else has changed. So a little more angled towards a bump up come Monday. But I guess we'll wait and we'll see. We still don't have a uptick. We still have a bottoming area in the heat map. And there is the possibility that, yeah, you could look at this, say it's gone down, now it's going sideways, it's getting ready for another move down. That is a possibility. I have to be completely honest. But there are a couple of very small good indications. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. Going to the 60-minute time frame, we can see that really nothing has happened since yesterday. Yesterday, right here, did nothing. Today, did nothing. Yeah, very tiny bit higher, 3.5 points, but really nothing. Now, the 60-minute time frame itself, though, is a problem because while the daily has improved slightly, the 60-minute, we've had more development on the secondaries reaching apexes and are starting now to turn by the end of the day. 14-day RSI moving average still has lots of room to move to the upside, but yeah, we could have these turn technically and move down and meet it before it finishes its move out. So slightly worse on the 60-minute and slightly better on the daily. I wish it was more than that, but that's all that it is. SPX, more of the same. I don't think there's anything to add beyond the uptick on the MACD histogram. And yeah, the RSI and the CCI continue to tick up. And we have an ultra minor bottoming area in the heat map. Today, another spinning top, not a doji star. It's close to a doji star, but not quite. Anyways, going on to the VIX. Now here's something interesting. SPX is red, the VIX is red, and look at this. This is so cool. Last night we said that we would be looking for a downtick on the histogram. A downtick on the short-term moving averages. That did happen. And it's more resembling a inverse hammer than it is a spinning top. The most important thing is that downtick. And we talked about 200-day moving average and, oh boy, I'm trying to remember everything from last night, and I'm kind of drawing a blank. Anyways, we stopped right at or just shy of the 200-day moving average. I would just say it's on it. And this downtick target gives us an area of, oh, it's almost the top of this sucker right here, about 1685, which would be, yeah, a buck down from where it is now. It would be very good for the market, and we have 4 market days for that to resolve. So by Thursday, the close of Thursday next week, we should see that hit. So there is a really good indication of, yes, we will get a bump up, and there it is. So we have our potential tell. Excellent. And yeah, we have things rolling over some more. Last night we were talking the MACD histogram going sideways, and the stochastics trying to begin their descent. And we do have that. We have a descent on the MACD histogram starting. We have a descent on the RSI starting. The stochastic starting. The CCI still underway. 14-day RSI moving average just has to turn, but this is too early. But great indication that that we are going to get that bump, and very possibly it will be Monday. So fantastic. Going on to TNA. All right. So I don't know how every night is interesting, but every night is interesting. We're starting to slowly try and build another blip in the heat map, but it's not quite there. Just very, very gradually starting to build. We've been watching this channel, and once again we've gone down to hit it. We're now sitting at the bottom of the channel, which is intersecting with the 200-day moving average, which is almost intersecting with the major price consensus level from September. This should be caught here. It should be caught here. It was not able to exceed the low, but came so darn close from the 23rd. And we have the MACD histogram very slightly ticking up. The RSI trying to, but not quite. Stochastics are going up. And the CCI actually ticked down. So, but most important thing, it's in this channel still. So, great. Beyond that, there isn't anything really to say. We're going to see if it gets caught or not. If it doesn't, we'll know really fast come Monday. Well, I guess that's somewhat deceiving since we've pierced a few times and that gets bought up. So anyways, by the close of Monday, at the close of Monday, we should have a much better indication. But yep, great spot for it to get caught. Going on to USO oil. Yeah. And it only closed a couple of cents above where it was yesterday. So we still do not have an uptick. I think that one is forthcoming soon. Beyond that, we don't have anything to work with. Everything is exactly the same. The MACD histogram going sideways. So, yeah, there's nothing to add to this from yesterday. UUP, the dollar. This one I actually didn't get to watch today. And what do we have? Well, we were talking last night about the line. Would it break above the line? Would it fail from the line? We needed to know. And what do we have today? Well, we got above the line. We gapped above the line. We closed on the line. So I wouldn't consider this a success, a bullish success that they have conquered the line. We've seen them go above it once already, and it fell right back. And now, not closing above it, closing on it. Just not a good indication. It is also a hammer at the top of a possible range. What a broken record, right? We've been having all kinds of things which could be at the top or the bottom of a possible range, but that is what it is. Continued movement to the downside on the RSI. The MACD histogram is ever so slightly positive. And everything else either going sideways or still pointing up. There is not much of anything to add to this tonight either. Sorry. But, yep. Just don't get fooled by that, the real body being above that line. I would not trust that. Going on to GLD, which also almost did nothing today. If you consider this a spinning top or not, I would. We don't have an uptick Well, actually, we already have one uptick, so we know where it should be going. It just isn't on its way yet. Still forming the bottoming area in the heat map. We have the fast stochastic getting more development pointing up, along with the CCI ticking up, the RSI ticking up, the MACD histogram ticking up, the MACD itself losing more momentum. Does this look like it should go up? Yeah, I think so. 3 more days for that uptick target. That would be positive for the market. And comp Q the NASDAQ. Ooh. Well, what is there to add to this puppy today? Well, we pierced the 200-day moving average. We didn't close below it. We do have a hammer, and at the bottom of a possible range. Broken record. But I think it's one difference. Yes, it is. With today's movement, it filled this gap right here. That is done. Hopefully, it does not want to go down and fill this gap, but this gap is finished. Excellent. We have more development with things starting to loop up, as with many charts. MACD histogram ticking up, RSI ticking up, stochastics ticking up, CCI ticking up, 14-day RSI moving average still pointing down, just a little bit early. Is this a good candidate for a bump up on Monday? Yes. It would be much easier if we had an uptick, but we do not as of yet. So encouraging signs, just coming ever so slowly. And going on to Apple. Alright, look at this. I think that this is pretty darn encouraging. I mean, yeah, it's lower than yesterday, down $5.50. It almost got to the 200-day moving average, almost. But there's some really good signs here. For one, we have a hammer. Yesterday was not a reversal candle. Today is. We have a darker blip in the heat map for today. We still have the positive divergence in the MACD histogram. It did tick down. We're trying to get the stochastics to agree and go up, but the slow is down, the fast is up. But look at this. We have a volume surge today, eclipsing all the volume for, wow. Going back all the way to April. Check that out. That is a reversal signal. And after their, what some people are considering a bad earnings, yeah, is this the flush? It certainly could be. It certainly could be. So, what's my take on Apple? I would give it the benefit of the doubt and say that it has a really good shot of making the turn maybe Monday. So, we shall see. Everyone has the weekend to become unbearish, but we'll see if the market becomes unbearish or not. And moving on to GE, trying to get a better read on the Dow. This is not really what I would like to see. It's an inverse hammer, possible reversal signal. It is not at the bottom of a possible range. I like hammers at bottoms of ranges more than I do inverse hammers. So I don't especially care for that candle. We don't have an uptick in the MACD histogram yet. We don't have the stochastics trying to go up yet. We only have the RSI going sideways and the CCI ticking up and further developing a bottoming area. But yes, this is not the candle I would like. Although it does sit directly on the upper price consensus level for September. So maybe it can be caught there, but it's not what I would like to see. And going on to JP Morgan, most important bank. And we have a spinning top, barely closing below the major price consensus level, that is bearish. It is sitting on the long-term moving average bar, which we know is support. And we don't have anything really too positive to look at in the secondaries or in the heat map to suggest that this one is ready to bounce. So, unfortunately, there's nothing here for the bulls. Nope. And it also is closing right at the bottom of this candle right here. And it... No, that doesn't matter. Oh, actually it does. Oh, actually it does. Its tail today finishes off the gap that existed between this hammer here and this fat body splitting top here, between the shadow and the real body. So that is closed. That is also, that would be a positive sign, but it is pretty weak. It's pretty thin. And going on to XLF, the financials. Ah, this is better. We have a hammer, inside support, almost touching the major price consensus level. We have nothing in the heat map. We have, well, we have everything pointing down. So no indication there of a bump. But at least the positioning and the type of this candle are not bad for a possible reversal. But beyond that, yeah, we don't have anything. Nothing. And why not? FXE. We haven't looked at this one in quite a while. If the euro would just firm up, the dollar could go down, and we'll have a bump in the market. So what do we see here? Well, we see that we have ascending lows. I wonder if this might be something that just doesn't do anything, but I'm going to check. Oh. Well, that isn't too bad. We're really close if this is a real ascending line. We are splitting top. We're just barely getting to support, which we have not done this entire time. Got close to the major price consensus level. There's nothing in the heat map suggesting that it's still toppy. And we have, well, we have most things still pointing down. Losing momentum in the fast stochastic, going up on the RSI, but still going down on the histogram, MACD, slow stochastic, 14-day RSI moving average, and CCI. So yeah, more negative than positive, but if we can get a bump, maybe we can turn a few of these. So anyways, not exactly overly helpful, but we can see that perhaps we only have a short distance to go. And I think that that is going to be about it. And let me make absolutely sure. Oh, you know what I'm going to look at also is Amazon. Oh, wow. I didn't even look at this today. You know, the talking heads are talking about Amazon. Oh, they're like Apple. They missed. Blah blah blah. Oh, I should have looked at this on last night's video, and I just didn't. Okay, well we know the flush for Amazon because of their earnings, going into their earnings. I know that it flushed really hard. I think down to like $205, something like that, in the after hours last night. I know that it recovered itself almost to even in the after hours after it flushed. And wow, today is amazing. Still in a bottoming area for the heat map, working itself off some, but not completely. It got an uptick today. Uptick was resolved intraday, stopped at the uptick. Excellent. That is resolved, so now we have to see what it wants to do next. But everything is moving up with the exception of the 14-day RSI moving average. That's a really good sign. And if this one wants to go back up to who knows where, that will definitely be a positive for the market. So, although we have to see what it wants to do next, we could possibly have a tell here as well. Very interesting. So, I'm going to stick to my guns, say that it should have been today or Monday. Wasn't today. We'll see what happens Monday. Hopefully I'm not early or late or off. But the confluence would seem to suggest that between all of these things, that we're really darn close unless we're just going to break down, take out the 200, and free fall. So I guess we'll see. Hope everyone has a nice weekend. And as always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you very much.